Hi, welcome to another edition of Striving to be the Best. I'm Andy Hills, Superintendent of the Wadsworth City School District. Today we're focusing on Isham Elementary School. Joining me is the principal of Isham, Mr. Joe Shalala. Joe, how are you?
Doing well, thank you. Thanks for having me on here.
Yeah, thanks for joining us today. We're glad to have you here. We've been kind of touring our buildings at each episode here this school year, and so we're excited to learn about you and Isham. So maybe to start, tell us a little bit about your background and how many years you've been part of our school district and administrative team.
Absolutely. So I had I'm very fortunate, all of my entire education career has been here in Wadsworth. I student taught at Franklin with a program that was talked about on the last episode here, and through University of Akron, and had a phenomenal experience there. I'll talk about that in a little bit. And then taught for 9 years, math and science, 4th grade at Lincoln Elementary. And then last year, joined the administrative side of things as the assistant principal at the middle school, and now principal at Isham Elementary, over half a year through at this point.
Very good. So you mentioned it, but maybe tell us a little bit about, so we have that unique partnership that Sanana Kelly, principal of Franklin, spoke about a little bit at our last episode. But having been part of that, can you just talk a little bit about what that looks like? Because it definitely is unique.
Absolutely, and unique is a good word for it, and also extremely powerful. Working with Roger Havens at the time, and in that program was I'm so glad that partnership started, because it provides not only the student teaching experience that we need to become teachers, but it provided another layer to it. So had awesome training under amazing teachers that Wadsworth already had hired. I was with Kevin Auerbach, and then the community of student teachers that's available to you is unique to that building, because almost the year I was there, I think all but one teacher had a student teacher. So not only am I getting that amazing training from my cooperating teacher, but I also have peers going through the exact same stage of our education career at the same time. So we're going through the Ed TPA program. I know that's developed and changed a lot over the years, but we're bouncing questions off each other. It's like a support group within the training experience. And we're facing similar challenges. We're all learning very similar things. And Franklin did an amazing job of giving opportunities, and the University of Akron did an amazing job of giving those opportunities for all the student teachers to collaborate, and that's still going on. I'm very happy that Sanana is continuing to keep that partnership alive.
That's
amazing.
Great. Well, we're very lucky to have you part of our school district here, Joe. You've done a phenomenal job teaching. I remember watching videos of you running teaching lessons during COVID, I think, with a camera on you as you were doing that. Just very creative and finding ways to connect with kids, and you've continued that into your administrative time at the middle school and now at Isham. So glad to have you part of the team.
Thank you.
So you mentioned you've been part of Lincoln. You had a student teaching experience at Franklin. You were at the middle school for a year, and now Isham. Maybe tell us what's different about Isham. What sets it apart to you from what you've seen in other places?
Yeah, absolutely. Every building, and as we go through these episodes, you're going to hear each principal talk about the uniqueness of their building, which is what makes Wadsworth a great district. So each building kind of has a focus per se, and at Isham we have a lot of our ELL families, our English language learner families, which is such a wonderful population that we're able to support and welcome into our building. And that was I got a snapshot of that at the middle school, but seeing the support that the Isham community brings for that specific population is very, very encouraging and amazing to see. And our Georgia Tervolis, who runs that program at the elementary level, has done a phenomenal job and continues to develop it. And seeing the staff, they've gone through training, they've all had interactions with these amazing families, and welcoming them, some of them, to the United States, and able to provide that type of environment where, okay, this can be your family too. And not only, so we have that group and that group of families that has been amazing to see Isham support, but we also have something that's unique to Isham is we house Bear Cub, and that's a really cool program that provides before and after school care to some of our families. So I get to see students from all the elementaries and CIS and be supported that way in an affordable type environment for our families. And Kelly Stallman runs that. She does a phenomenal job. It's really cool to see our staff at Isham welcome these new families to the United States, to our district, and then also kids that don't even go to our school, but we have a little time with them. So the welcoming environment for everyone that steps foot through those doors is really, really amazing to see.
Very good. Are there other things that have impressed you during the short time you've been there so far?
Absolutely. I'll talk about it a little bit, the initiatives, what the teachers are looking for to create partnerships with the other elementary schools, with the community, are fascinating to see. But just one thing I want to highlight this because it was just happened, it was really cool. A group of our teachers created something called the Showcase of Smiles, and the heart behind it's just fabulous. So we're the biggest elementary school, and we do talent shows, things like that. And there was a first grade teacher, Vicki Fugate, that just had a heart for those kids that may not be able to fit. We can't feasibly put on a performance for every single kid who wants to do it. And she wanted those kindergarten, first and second grade students to have that opportunity to be brave, to be on stage, and created this Showcase of Smiles. And it highlights the heart behind our teachers, that we want to celebrate all the kids, regardless of the background they bring, regardless of the age level they're at. And just a really cool opportunity that's, as far as I know, unique to Isham, and it's a really cool opportunity for our younger kids to get involved. Just wanted to highlight that one.
No, that's great. So you talked a little bit about initiatives. Can you tell us some things that are happening at Isham this year?
Absolutely. So obviously continued to grow and develop our PBIS initiative. There's always growth that can happen there, so finding new ways to celebrate students, to encourage that positive behavior, focus on, once we look through information, the data that we're gathering, to focus on the areas that we can provide better support in, whether it's in giving more direct instruction on, here's what kindness looks like, here's how we can support each other and feel together. So that program continues, that initiative continues to grow and develop, have a great team on board with that as well. And then fourth grade's leading the charge on this next piece that I'm going to talk about. Just finding more partnerships between our other elementary schools and the community as well. So Franklin and Isham, fourth grade, have a partnership now called STEM Pals, where they are fourth graders from both buildings are interacting with each other. And Wadsworth has done a phenomenal job of creating the infrastructure for that. We have the devices. Our technology department is phenomenal on that front. We have Jeff Marini, who is our tech coach at the elementary level, has gone into both buildings to provide the support needed to make that happen. And it's real. When I go in there and see the messaging each other on their Google Docs, they're so excited. They love that interaction with fourth graders that they may not have interacted with anywhere else. And it brings the miles between our 5 elementaries a little bit closer together. And I want that to continue to develop. And I know Sanana at Franklin wants that too. And then as far as that community partnership, there's a really cool one that I hope continues beyond this year with Dolce, and the fourth graders are going to be doing some persuasive writing as far regarding flavors, and there's a really cool culminating activity, a delicious culminating activity on that front. So looking forward to continuing to inspire other teachers and hopefully other buildings to get these collaborations more and more developed to bring everyone together.
Okay, very good. So there's a lot to be proud of.
Absolutely.
When you talk about the students and what they're doing and the staff, everybody else. Is there one thing that jumps to mind that you're most proud of with what's happening this school year?
Yes. And I know every single Wadsworth administrator could echo this, but I'm going to say it. I'm so proud of our staff, our families, our students for coming together and making it a family that we can be proud of. Even the t-shirts that we had this year, developed by our PTO, highlight that family that we're creating. And not only is our staff there for kids, but our PTO is amazing. They do a student care each month and a staff care project or item each month. And then the students get involved with that as well. So just the thing I'm most proud of is us coming together. And I'm the new guy right now, so the fact that I've been welcomed in and included in that family is pretty amazing.
Very good. Well, that's great. Is there anything else, Joe, you'd like to share about Isham?
There is one more thing, and it goes along with all the principals before me as well. The support that's been generated through the administrative team. It's very easy. I'm at Isham now, obviously. It could be very easy to feel, okay, there's no assistant principal. You're on your own, one building by yourself. But it doesn't feel that way, because as a district, and I know we'll continue to talk about these over the next striving to be the best. There's a great support system, and I appreciate the culture that's been developed here at Wadsworth. So I feel support. I can text, call the other administrators, and it feels like Isham's now part of a bigger community, as it should be, the Wadsworth City Schools community. So appreciate the leading that ability for that to happen.
That's great to hear. You know, all of that starts with the direction and tone that our Board of Education sets for us, and they very much work hard to put the right systems and support mechanisms in place so that everybody can be successful. And a lot of these things that you're talking about that we're able to do are all possible because of the support that we get from our community every day. And that's something that can't be lost on anybody, is just how fortunate we are, because so much of what we're able to do for kids is because the community prioritizes their education and allows us then the opportunity to do a lot. So, well, Joe, keep up the good work.
Thank you.
We're glad to see you thriving at Isham. Glad to hear about all the great things that are happening. Isham's a pretty special school and community over there, like all of our other buildings are as well. We're really fortunate to have 5 outstanding elementary schools, and if we consider the Grizzly Academy right now that's focusing on the elementary age, it's really 6. And so we're very lucky. Anyways, we appreciate your time. I know you're busy. And
thank you.
So that's it for this time. Our next episode will focus on Lincoln Elementary School. We'll have Laura Maslick, principal of Lincoln, joining us. So until next time, thank you for your continued support of our school district, Wadsworth.
You are watching WCTV, Wadsworth Community Television.